Hey guys, today we are talking about manifestation and a manifestation technique that will help you in your future manifestations and how you think about manifesting. So, when it comes to manifesting, I feel like the awareness of it has been really focused on what can you do? How are you willing something into existence? What is your own individual action? But something I realized about manifesting lately in my life and just looking around me and observations is that manifestations are more likely to happen and increase when there's a team involved. And I'm going to get specific into what that team means. It's not kind of like what you think when you first hear the word team, but we're going to get into this video. This video might be a little bit all over the place, but work with me, walk with me. We're going to talk about astrology. We're going to talk about manifesting, which is the main topic of this video. But basically, it's a lot of hard work to do something by yourself. It's a lot of work to try to will something on your own, do your own spell work, candles, etc. But when you have a team, it's easier. What I mean by team is that there is forces and entities and energy around you that you can work with to manifest what you want. And so usually that is, for most people, God, your ancestors, your spirit team, so to speak. So your spirit team helps you manifest these things. And I believe manifestation is more of like a co-creation between you and the universe. You're working with the universe to make something happen in your life because the universe, God, knows your life, knows your plan by specific detail. So this is the key part that triggered a huge shift in consciousness when it comes to manifesting for me. It's like, okay, I know what I know what I can do in my present life and incarnation, but God knows everything. The universe knows everything. Your ancestors, your spirit team, people that support you in the spiritual realm, are your angels. They know what's happened in all of your past lives. There's a whole story behind you. It's not just you existing now, but it's like all of this stuff that has happened. So when you try to manifest by yourself and try to do things on your own, you only have a limited view of like what the whole story is. So I feel like when you develop your spirit team and work with them to manifest stuff, then this is where we see things coming to fruition, big gains in your life, major success, because you're working with a team. So this leads into the astrology piece of this video, and astrology piece of this concept of a spirit team is what house in your birth chart represents teams, groups of people. The 11th house. And the 11th house is a topic I've talked about before on my channel and on my different platforms, is that it represents gains. So your 11th house represents income, increase. I like to think of it as the house of increase. So when you have 11th house transit, it's a lot of increase and success comes into your life. It's another house that represents revenue and income. So it's not just your second house that represents money you get, but it's also your 11th house. So when we have that 11th house energy, which is groups of people, your network, teams, you have your spirit team, we combine that kind of concept together. It's like team equals gains, more gains than if it was just by yourself. So the way you can manifest more is one, with your spirit team, obviously with God through prayer, and being aware that there's a lot of forces and energies present in the universe and that you can really only do so much solo dolo. But if you have a team with you, then that's when things actually happen for you in a major way. 11th house being your network, groups of people that you're part of. When it comes to manifesting common goals, it helps to have many people thinking about the same thing to manifest one thing. So it's like the common shared goal will happen faster and manifest faster if there's a bunch of people involved. So this brings it to the modern world, and we think about celebrities and public figures. This is what they're doing on a mass scale. This is why having a cult following, they kind of bring ideas into the collective that they want to manifest that might not be existing just yet, but they have so many people, 11th house, teamwork, networks, that are susceptible to what they're feeding the fan base, that the fan base manifests their desires for them. So this is something I realized with wealthy people, how rich people think, is that they usually think about how can they pay someone to do something for them? How can they organize something to happen for them? They don't really think about doing it themselves on their own, solo dolo. Usually that kind of mentality doesn't get you far or as far if you have a whole group of people doing something for you. So when it comes to celebrities, powerful people, people with influence, there is a major network involved, which is connected to the 11th house. Wealthy people are kind of always working with 11th house energy, which we'll kind of touch more on in the part 2 of this video, like your 11th house sign in your chart. But basically, they have a network that they manifest through, if that makes sense. If there's a lot of people involved in a certain idea or concept, if they have a huge fan base, this is what helps them manifest what they want. Another way this connects back to celebrities is that they usually have a team. So one person is the star, they're in the spotlight, they're the star of the show, the main character, so to speak, but they're always having a team around them. They have a team to support them. They're always talking about, oh, my team, who usually involves like a PR person, a manager, a makeup artist, glam team, hairstylist. So they have all these people that channel into their production of being themselves. So when it comes to manifesting in our own lives, this is like how I like to think about manifesting with my own spirit team. So for example, God, my ancestors, my angels, people that I connect to in the spiritual realm. I mostly believe that you can manifest with pretty much just God and your ancestors. Like that could be your spirit team. It doesn't have to be a huge team. But if you think about it in the material realm, it helps to have that spiritual team helping you manifest. So this is kind of like a consciousness shift for me. I don't know if this video will make a lot of sense. Hopefully it does. I don't even know if I'll post it, but connecting it back to astrology with the 11th house and 11th house being gains and also networks, it just all feeds into this way of manifesting that changes how I've done things recently and how I've manifested in my life in general. It's just like a group being involved helps manifest things faster and more powerfully. So some ways you can involve this into your life is, one, you can do it the way that celebrities do it, where they have something they want to do, something they want to manifest, and they kind of, the word I want to use is like they kind of dip it into the collective consciousness. So they have access to the collective consciousness through their fans, but you don't necessarily need fans or followers to make that happen. If you just, for example, post something you want to happen or announce something that's not necessarily true yet, but you want it to be true, like you can insinuate something like, oh yeah, I'm doing this, I got accepted into this, I'm driving this car. And if you tell enough people, but not in a way that's like spreading your business, but if you just kind of announce it in a way that's already happened, then people already believe it to be true. So they're like, oh yeah, she already goes there, she goes to this school. So therefore they're kind of doing the hard work for you of manifesting this thing, because it takes a lot of brain power and minds to manifest one thing, and it happens faster when there's a huge production team manifesting one thing. And so you're using, I guess, people around you, maybe people who follow you just on social media in real life, to manifest this thing into your life without putting so much work in by yourself and using all of your effort by yourself. And then another way is what we've been talking about throughout this video is connecting with your spirit team, connecting with God, your ancestors, your angels. There's ways of kind of developing a relationship with your ancestors, which is a whole different topic that you guys can research, but basically developing that relationship with the people that are in your spiritual team will help manifest things, like bringing your desires to them, bringing your ideas to them. That way you don't really ever have to do anything on your own, or you have to work hard to like light candles and manifest and repeat things and script things and like that's just doing so much work on your own. It's like so much effort. But if you just be like, hey, you do this for me, and do it like the rich people way or powerful people way, where it's like they have employees, they have production, they have a team to do it, and then you can kind of think about it that same way with your spiritual team that you have around you. So you guys can comment down below your favorite ways of manifesting. If you've kind of used what I'm talking about in your life or seen it happen, you can comment down below. And also stay tuned for the next video where we'll talk about your 11th house and manifestation as well. And give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in my next one.